Captain, all passengers have left the plane.
Well, alright. That's a good place to start up. What's up, guys? It's Yank here with 47 North Gaming. I'm back with Flight Sim. Brakes hot, delay, takeoff, or cooldown. Yeah, well, I already knew that, actually. A lot of things popping up here. Like I said in the last video, I was just going to pick up exactly where we left off, so that way it'd be like a turnaround. So here is our turnaround flight. So we're going to get started. Let's get the catering guys here. Deboarding is complete, so we'll get the catering on its way. Need to load in a new flight plan, which I will be getting from SimBrief. Yeah, for those that don't know where to get flight plans, it'll actually generate the flight plan, give you a pilot, or give you a report and everything. So, initialize, we are going from Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo to Whiskey Sierra Sierra Sierra, and that is our flight. We'll be going from 270 is our flying altitude. Again, we're going with the same cost index. The flight number today is 3254. So plug that in. Preferences, we're going to go with a flaps 1 takeoff again. And that should do it. Let's look over the flight plan. Other than the discontinuity at the end, we are good. Great, so we will switch that over to the ARC. And the caterers are here, so we are going to let them in. Got this fast food again. Jet turbine sound and sound file cut off. The APU is on, but I think part of it I can do is using that sound file. Regardless, oh well, I kind of wanted to keep going with this because there's certain simulations you don't just get with starting up, even if you put it in turnaround state, such as the hot brakes, which you saw before. So delay takeoff for cooldown, we should be fine once we're ready to go. So we already added fuel back in. We're going to go 4,000 kilograms. Again, I'm not really doing the math on that. I'm just kind of going with it. So yeah, not a whole lot more to do. We'll set up the cockpit and go through this checklist real quick.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Engine master.
Both off.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Parking brake.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Ecam recall.
Checked.
Anti-skid.
On.
Emergency lights.
Checked and armed.
No smoking signs.
On.
Air condition.
Checked.
Ventilation panel.
Is checked.
Fuel pumps.
Set on.
Bed ears.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
Alright, we are good to go once catering's done. We will request boarding, and that'll start up as soon as catering is done. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the last Flight Sim video. I will be doing more with a variety of aircraft and such, but this is probably one of my favorite aircraft right now, next to the majestic Q400, which I hope to be doing a video on fairly shortly, once I get into an area, not the cargo, once I get into an area that has flights for it, because I do like to keep my logbooks kind of taken care of for the virtual airline that I'm part of. So I will be kind of taking you on some of my adventures around the airline. So our flight level today is 270 as we covered. That's pretty much set up. Boarding has been requested and boarding has begun.
Good morning. Thank you.
Operator messages are in place. Caterers. Yeah, so there's a sound file we're going to shut off. What can we do about it now? Let's jump back.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you.
You've already seen the baggage handler, so you know kind of how that works. Again, for those that actually haven't seen the first video, you definitely recommend checking that out. That's the flight out to here. We are taking the return flight, basically the turnaround flight. So that's something to look at. Just it's at night. There's a lot of turbulence, and the lightning storm is gorgeous in the evening, or with the sun not quite up yet. Now the sun is up. But yeah, for those that weren't in that video, or weren't present for that video, or didn't watch that video yet, I am using Active Sky to bring in the real world weather. I'm using GSX, which is the ground services we've been seeing. This is the Aerosoft A320. I had the entire family, so I got the 18, 19, 20 as we are now, and the 21. But I will primarily be doing the A320 videos, maybe an occasional other video, just because of the aircraft offerings for our fleet.
Hello.
Now, if there are any other aircraft you do want me to check out, definitely leave a suggestion, and I will look into them. Again, being on a limited budget, I will, if I don't own the aircraft, I might not be able to pick it up right away. But I will do what I can. So I'll probably let this cycle through and pick up with you guys once the aircraft is loaded.
Hello.
Alright, so boarding is complete. I just closed up the doors.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Thank you, ma'am.
Before
Alright.
start checklist.
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
APU on.
APU bleed.
Set on.
External power.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
Set on.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Bearer reference.
Checked. 2983.
2983. Check. Beacon lights.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And remember to turn them back on. Waiting to remove wheel chocks. Ooh, wheel chocks removed.
Locking gear.
Bless her. That's just that co-pilot thing again. Like I said, I have him on. You can turn him off if you are in Aerosoft or have an Aerosoft A320.
Departure check completed. Bypass bin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes
Commencing
released.
Push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Alright, so we are going to start the engine number 2 again because we are going to be doing the same turn as last time.
Starting engine 2.
So we'll start 2.
Engine 2 is stabilized.
Starting number 1.
Again, I apologize about the sound, considering that it seems not really cruising by.
Engine 1 is stabilized.
Advantage to getting GSX with all
Set
the
parking brakes.
Parking
awesome,
brakes are set.
Ground services that it just makes it more immersive. Is also that pushback thing. You can control which direction it goes, whether it's left or right. And if you tell it, nose left, nose right, it'll keep you on the taxiways. So it's a smart, intelligent system like that. It's pretty cool.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass bin removed.
After start checklist.
Yeah.
Engine mode selector.
The air moving in.
Set.
APU bleed.
Since it's pretty warm.
Set off.
APU master.
Left is clear.
Set off.
Ground
Right
spoilers.
is clear.
Set.
Rudder trim.
Checked 0.
Pitch trim. Flight controls.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Nose light on.
Flaps 1.
De-ice.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Beacon door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
It's gonna be a muggy day. with
Taxiing
those
checklist.
thunderstorms around.
No slide.
Out the haze.
Taxi.
Brake check. Brake check.
There's a brake check here. so
Pedal
maybe
pressed.
brake in there.
Checked 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
Max.
Takeoff data.
Reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Check. TO config.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Alright, the passengers have been briefed. We have all our checklists done, other than our takeoff checklist, which we'll be doing once we get closer to the runway. So it's just a taxi out to 14 left, the same runway we came in on, and then we'll be in the sky. Alright, so we are getting down to the end of runway 14 left, so let's start our before takeoff checklist.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff. Before takeoff checklist.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
Brake fans.
Set off.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
TCAS.
TARA tilt above.
Exterior lights.
Set on.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Checklist complete.
Alright, and we are good to go.
Approaching 14 left. On runway 14 left.
Alright, and we'll power up.
Takeoff.
And our takeoff
Man,
up.
flex SRS and runway.
Check. Power set. 100 knots.
Checked.
Speed 1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Navigation.
Check. Gears up, lights off.
Traffic,
departure.
traffic.
Right.
Climb, climb. Clear of conflict.
Alright, clear conflict.
Flap
verified
0.
off to the right.
Speed check, flap 0.
Climb thrust. Autopilot on. The after takeoff checklist.
Start running through the car.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
Flaps.
Check retracted.
Landing gear.
Gear up. Lights off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Tax.
Both on.
Anti-ice.
Off.
TCAS.
Checked.
Altimeter.
2983.
2983. Checked. Checklist complete.
So one thing I didn't go over last time was how I picked my approach. So again, probably not the too standard way, but this is just the way I've done it, so I want you guys to see how it works. So click on my destination at the bottom. I hit arrival, and I got the weather, which the weather says we've got wind out from the north. So we gotta pick something that's relatively close to north-south. That would be O2s. And so, I remember the airport layout properly. ILS to 0 to the left there. Neither are available arrivals. So what I'll do, it's actually Armor this. We've got the waypoint there. Armor installed there. I'm going to back this out just to make sure it looks like it's following normally. I think we actually already got it most of the way. I'm just going to make sure. We got good information plugged in. There's good there. Armor. Okay, cool. So that is good to go. All plugged in. Nice. Just gonna plug this back over here. And at Armor we will start our descent. Our descent will be down to I will drag this sucker down to 10,000 feet and get ready for that. And descend to 12 miles, so we are going to start our descent.
Descent preparation checklist.
Seatbelt signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Landing information.
Received.
Altimeter.
Standard.
Error radio.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Alright. So it looks like we might be following a 737 depending on how the approach goes, we might be clearing him from the approach, we'll see. We have somebody behind us. They are... they might not be actually going this way. They're going off a slightly different direction, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're still lining up their approach. We'll have to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, though, looks like the weather has cleared itself up, though, in comparison to when we departed this morning. Well, earlier in the morning, I should say, since it is still fairly early in the morning here. Sun is up, though. So we'll be making our turn at Wmkk-Wsss. Put that down to 10 nautical miles so we can keep an eye on traffic.
Localizer alive.
And the localizer is alive. And we are below the glide slope, so I'm actually going to hit that approach button, get us start locking in there, and get this over to the ILS. So we keep an eye on things.
Speed check, flaps 2.
And we are getting lined up nicely. So we'll be following in a 737-900. Don't know what airline, but I guess we can probably figure that out when we get to the ground.
Speed check, flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Speed check, flaps full.
Alright, full flaps have been deployed. I must have plugged in. I'm wondering if I plugged in the wrong runway approach or something. I'm trying to find out. Unless that's a runway. Yeah, that might be a runway option. So actually, that 737 is landing, I think, on the center. We are landing on left, which is kind of way off in the boonies, it looks like. About him clearing, we're just going to have all the time in the world to get down to that runway.
Glide slope captured.
Alright, so we have the glide slope captured. We're going to capture the localizer here in just a moment. And we'll be coming on in.
2,500.
Localizer captured.
There we go. And we are ready for touchdown.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Landing checklist.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Down and locked, 3 greens.
Ground spoilers.
Checked and armed.
Auto brakes.
Medium.
Exterior lights.
On.
Go around altitude.
Checked.
Landing memo.
Checked, no blue.
Checklist complete.
Alright, so we are good to go. We'll be touching down here in just a moment. And actually, with how smooth it is, I might actually take this one myself. Actually, we got a crosswind coming up. I could probably do it, but let's see. Actually, I've never seen this computer landed in crosswind before, so let's see what it shall do. Cross breeze, a little bit of tail breeze actually.
1,000.
6 knots. Oh, that's swinging way around behind us. Get fairly close to the envelope that I'd actually want to power up and go around, but let's see what we can do.
Approaching 02 left.
$500. 400.
Landing mode has been initiated.
300. 100 above. 200 minimum.
Continue.
100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard, retard, retard.
Ground spoilers. Reverse 3.
Okay. So we made it on the ground. The brake fans turned on. You know those guys are gonna be hot. And we've been instructed leave the runway, which we will. We'll have to figure out parking, but we'll worry about that in a minute. We're gonna come to a stop here.
APU on.
After landing checklist.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Ground spoilers.
Set off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
Flaps.
Checked retracted.
TCAS.
Checked standby.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
On.
Checklist complete.
Not gonna worry with follow me, we'll figure it out. Actually, I should figure it out before I move. Yep, where I thought it was gonna be. Cool. So we'll taxi on over. And this is going to be an external port thing, whatever they call it. It's going to be a stand. So we will have ramp trucks, just like when we started the day. Now the weather is really cleared up here, considering what it was when it started out today. It was kind of messy. Let's get ATR coming in, and the plane Well, the wind is kind of messing with the programming right now. You know, they've got approaches that were set up and the wind was going the other way, just like we set up. And with the departures, they're setting up with the wind that it currently is. So this is where the programming is kind of funky. But anyway, we got quite a collection of 777s, which makes sense because this is where we ended up parking our 777 here a couple of days ago. That wasn't in a video, so you didn't miss anything, don't worry. But it makes sense. Anyway, we're going to run out here to this parking spot. You can see the ground service is already queued up and ready to go. So it should be the next one on the left. He's saying, but it's not like we can really back up. Okay. Probably came in a little fast for that. Engines cut.
And the parking checklist.
Parking brake and shocks.
Shocks are set. Parking brakes released.
Engine master.
Both off.
Seatbelt signs.
Set off.
Beacon lights.
Set off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Set off.
Checklist complete.
Alright, and stairs are in place, so we'll open up the doors on the side there. Alright. Well, there you have it. There's another flight for you. Apparently went long. I think he was trying to park in. So you reckon you can do the midpoint, I think, if you use aircraft. Anyway, regardless, that was another flight here on Microsoft Flight Simulator Steam. I'll let you look over the traffic and the baggage unload. Yeah, if you guys are looking for a virtual airline, check these guys out. They're at flyafa.com. They're, again, like I said, one of the oldest airlines, virtual airlines out in the business, and they're still around, still doing amazing things. I want to say they're celebrating 20 years right now. Anyway, that is going to do it for us this time. Catch you guys in the next video, whether that is another flight sim video, Space Engineers, or anything else that comes up. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.